So Shruti, can you just explain me what have you written in the second answer? Yes, Shruti.
Yes, sir.
So what have you written in the second answer? Can you just explain it to me? Or have you written the first answer?
In the first answer, I've just wrote the wars like first Anglo-Mysore War, uh, who has won like Hyder Ali versus British. Then I wrote about the Maratha Wars, Anglo-Maratha Wars, the
Okay.
Treaty of Salwai. Then second,
Okay. Okay. You had written the second answer first, right? So what had you written? Can you just quickly tell me? Yes.
sir, in second answer, I've wrote about after
Yes.
Maratha, how the Battle of Khed was there because of
Okay.
political instability, internal political instability. These two examples I've written in
Okay.
that answer.
So, but I want you to give a very brief of all these, right? Because these are not the only wars which were played. There were other wars as well which were played, right? So there were other wars which were fought, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just let me know
Yes, sir.
what was the last.
So what?
Yes.
So what more we have to add in this answer? Second answer
Uh,
about Mysore. Also we can add.
yes, yes. Mysore you can add because Anglo Mysore was anyways there, which led to the British put in India, right? So the complete
Yes.
region was lost. So you can talk about all those. Getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what was the last lecture on? Last lecture was on later Mughals. We have completed later Mughals. Did we complete that? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, so we had already completed later Mughals, right? So now
Yes, sir.
let's move further ahead, right? Okay, just a moment. I'll be sharing the PPT. Um, complete Marathas.
Yes, sir. We have completed Marathas.
Okay, any Indian state did we complete? Any Indian state?
In Indian state, no.
Okay,
No, no, no.
let's start with the Indian state. So, guys, let me explain you how actually it happened. Now, uh, I told you that when the later Mughals came in, with the coming up of the later Mughals, there were issues of management and administration, right? So, when we talk about issues of management and administration, these people were not able to manage it correctly, and hence that took the other people took an advantage over it. Getting this? So other people, let's say the Marathas or other people, stuff like that. So they had taken an advantage over it. So what happened when the Mughal Empire started declining? It got segregated into various three parts. The complete Indian territory. I'm talking about the complete Indian territory. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the complete Indian territory got segregated into three parts, right? So if you talk about the Indian society, society was very, very comfortable with the Mughal Empire coming in, and they had accepted everything with respect to Mughals as such, right? So, but because of Mughals and their rulers being very, very weak after the beginning of the later Mughals, so what happened? Because of the later Mughals' weakness, the other people, other forces started taking power and supremacy in India. So, if you see, the Indian uh, subcontinent got divided into three parts. Getting this idea? So, so the Indian subcontinent got divided into three parts. How many parts?
Three parts.
Three parts.
Three parts, right? So be attentive and be collaborative with me, because this is a very important juncture where we'll understand how the Mughal Empire got disintegrated. Now, moving ahead, the Indian subcontinent got divided into succession states, rebellious states, and untouched states. I'm sure that we have not completed this before, right?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. So, what do you understand by succession states? Succession means anything which has followed, right? Which is, who is the successor,
Hmm.
right? So, when we talk about Mughal Empire, now with reference to Mughal Empire, we are dividing India into three parts. That means when you talk
Correct.
about succession states, the states which were earlier the part of Mughal Empire but are now a separate state. Am I clear?
Yeah.
So these
Yes, sir.
are succession states.
Yes,
That
sir.
means those states were the successors, are the successors of Mughal Empire. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So succession states. I hope that you are able to see that in on the PPT on the screen. So the succession
Yes, sir.
states were Bengal, Awadh,
Yes, sir.
Hyderabad, Central Powers, right? All these were the part of the Mughal Empire. But what happened? Because of the incompetencies, if you see, of the Mughal emperors, what happened? Are you able to hear me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because of the incompetencies of the Mughals, what happened? I think my screen is paused. Okay, so because of the incompetencies, the other forces also started in. So, like rebellious states were against the Mughal Empire. Getting this idea? Are you able to see this on the screen?
No, sir,
No,
but we
sir.
have our notes, I think, with us.
No.
You have your notes with you?
Yes, sir. We have the PPT.
Okay, okay,
Yes, I have the notes as well.
okay, that's great. So, anyways, I'm running the PPT as well. So you just be on the page, on the same page where actually I am, right? So what
Yes, sir.
happened? There were rebellious states as well.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
rebellious states are the states which were against the Mughal Empire. So here, Mughal Empire is the baseline. Mughal Empire is the reference point. Keeping them in mind, we are dividing them into the three states, right? So the states which were the part earlier of the Mughal Empire are succession states. The states which are against the Mughal Empire now are called as rebellious states, and there are untouched states. There are states which are in which no one is interested. Getting this idea?
Hmm.
So when you
Yes,
talk
sir.
about extreme southwest, northeast, so there these are the areas where reaching itself was a bit challenge, and the or different kingdoms are also not interested in going there because that was not benefiting them. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about the general points here. So in most of the states, there were decentralization of the political authority with chiefs, jagirdar, zamindar. So what happened here, guys? Understand? I was trying to take out one. This. So I told you after Mughal rulers, their power started declining, right?
Okay.
So
Yes,
who
sir.
started inclining? The Nawabs.
The
Nawabs
Nawabs. Hmm.
started inclining, right? Getting this idea? So
Yes.
the rulers, the Nawabs earlier were reporting to whom?
इसमें 1.6 है.
Right? They were reporting to the Mughal ruler. But now when they found out the Mughal ruler itself is incompetent, the Nawab started assuming powers. Yes? And now they would just recognize Mughal ruler as a ruler, but Nawabs would say that we people are decentralized and will manage our areas. And this is where the rise of the states had started. Am I clear with this?
Hmm.
Yes or no? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay. That's very clear. I suppose, and if you have any doubt, just raise the question once I complete a concept, right? So this is the concept. What is the concept? That the decentralization happened
Right.
and the delegation of powers were there earlier. All these people who were having the delegations of the powers, they started assuming powers because of the person whom they were reporting to has started growing weak. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
Yes.
let's clear this off and then move ahead. Now, so politics was invariably non-communal, or it was very much secular. It was basically a war of the throne. सत्ता की लड़ाई थी. बाकी किसी को religion से कुछ लेना देना नहीं था, right? So they didn't pay to any religious heed to any religious rulers. So decline and breakup of Mughal Empire was not followed by any anarchy. What do you understand by anarchy? Understand, right? So anarchy is nothing but when there is no rule. When there is no rule. So India was never in such situation where there was no rule. There was only a small gap which was there because of the British War of Conquest. Getting this idea?
Yes,
Yes?
sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
understand,
Yes, sir.
in all the states, economy did not move even a single inch. Now there were various reasons behind it. Why economy did not move even a single inch. We have seen that in medieval period there were rulers like Babur and Akbar. Both of them, or such kind of other rulers like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, all those rulers, they were working for the welfare nation. But
Hmm.
when the decline of Mughals started, there was a political disharmony again within the Mughal Empire and amongst the rulers. Now, mark my words very carefully why it did not increase. Because we were negligent. We people did not give more attention to education. We people were not very fond of technology. And we were just fighting for our own causes. Getting this? So everyone
Hmm.
wanted the throne. Everyone wanted to make his smaller rule a big empire. Everyone had the dream of becoming the superpower in the country, but nobody understood that they belong to the same land and they must work together. So here, as we have entered into the modern Indian history, till now, the concept of nationalism is still missing in the minds of the people. Can I say that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? The concept of nationalism is seriously missing at this stage. People are not even knowing what India is. Yes, अभी इंडिया क्या है ये हमको खुद को ही मालूम नहीं है. तो every ruler was interested in collection of the taxes. कोई बोलता था 33% लाओ, कोई बोलता था 34% लाओ, कोई सारदेशमुखी और चौथ जो है जो हमने मराठास के टाइम पर भी देखा था वो कलेक्ट करते थे. तो इससे क्या हो गया, प्रेजेंटरी धीरे धीरे वीक होने लगी because people thought that at the end of the year we are left with nothing, and so why do and get involved into these stuffs. So what happened because of this, most of the peasants started moving towards the career in military or some other career. Getting this idea? So peasantry weakened, and this time when British people would enter in some moment, you'll understand And we have already seen that at the time of Farouk Seer, they had got this Farman, right? What was that Farman? What was that Farman?
Tax,
Yes?
I, tax-free trade in Bihar, Orissa, and Bengal.
Yes, yes. BBO, duty free trade
Hmm.
in
BBO.
Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. ठीक है?
Odisha.
तो अब ये
Yes, sir.
समझो ये हुआ क्या है यहाँ पर हो क्या रहा है कि अब टैक्स फ्री ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, those people are earning funds money, and those people will have funds to give to the peasants of the country who are anyways not getting benefited because the rulers of the country themselves are exploiting them. Am I clear?
Correct.
The peasants क्या थे? They were the soldiers at that time. They were nothing but peasants in uniform. Correct?
Hmm.
तो जैसे 6
Yes.
महीना उनका बोने का खत्म हो गया और उसके बाद अगले 6 महीने उनके पास कोई काम नहीं है, तो वो लोग क्या करते थे? They used to go and join the army. Getting this? So this is how British found a huge number of people being added to their military. Getting this idea? So they never used their own men to fight against the rulers of India. These were only the Indian race which was fighting against the Indian race. Getting this? How smart
Yes, sir.
people were. Now, when the world was talking about foreign trade and industrial revolution, we people were fighting amongst each other, and there was not even a single inch movement of industrial revolution in India. Whatever was brought in India was because of the British touch in India and Europe. Getting this idea? Yes? So
Yes,
let's
sir.
first of all understand the first state, the Mysore state. Yes? Now we will see
Yes, sir.
how Mysore got declined. Okay? We will see how Mysore got declined. Now, at the beginning of um, a session, when I was explaining to you about Vijayanagar Empire, I told you that in the medieval period, Vijayanagar Empire came to an end, and
Hmm.
there was a petty officer into the army of Vijayanagar Empire. His name was Hyder Ali.
Sure. Either. Yeah.
Right? So Hyder Ali was not happy with the administration in Vijayanagar Empire. Why? Because of the ruler, the last ruler of Vijayanagar Empire. His name was Chikka Krishnaraj. What was his name?
Chikka Krishna. Chikka Krishna
Chikka
Raju.
Krishnaraj, right? So his name was
Hmm.
Chikka Krishnaraj, and
Correct.
this guy was not happy with the administration that he was doing because he was the puppet of the two nobles.
Puppet under two nobles. See.
Getting this? So he was the
Yes, sir.
these two. Because of this, what happened? Now he decided to kill Nanjaraj
The
and
nobles.
Deshraj and then take over the
Hmm.
throne because the country would now, if he doesn't do it, then country would be lost to any external
Hmm.
force. So this is how this petty officer Hyder Ali rose to power after defeating some of the nobles of Vijayanagar Empire. Right. So
Yes, sir.
let's begin with the Hyder Ali's reign.
King
So,
of Mysore.
King of Mysore, well recognized. If you go to Bangalore, definitely visit Mysore area as well because it is a bit near to Bangalore. So you can definitely visit Mysore. You can see the palaces that Hyder Ali has made. Okay. So you'll understand the kind of prosperity he was having. So he started the career as a petty officer in Mysore army. I told you about this, right? So he was into the
Hmm.
Vijayanagar army itself. He started his career as that. Now this guy was illiterate. Though he was illiterate, he was very sharp and smart administrator. So it's not always about having education, right? So he was uneducated, yet was a keen intellect, daring, determined, and diplomatic. So what he understood was that the Western military training is very, very essential for us. And now understand why Hyder Ali was able to defeat British in the first Anglo Mysore war was that he understood the strengths of the Western military. and he trained his military on the western grounds. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I suppose my voice is clear. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the concept should be crystal clear to you. So he was very fond of training the military on the western grounds, and that's the reason why he was able to defeat English people in the first Anglo-Mysore War. So we know that in the second Anglo-Mysore War, those people came along with the Marathas, right? Yes or no? They came.
Yes, sir.
British people came along with Marathas. So what he developed modern arsenal in Dindigul in 1755 with the help of French. Now understand me, Mysore would always have a very healthy and friendly relationship with French. Yeah, whether it is
Yes, sir.
Hyder Ali or his successor Tipu Sultan, both of them
Hmm.
would have a very cordial relationship with French. As I've already told you, he overthrew Nanjaraj and captured the throne. And what he did is, as we have already known, that the chieftains, zamindars, and the local chieftains and zamindars were gaining power. So they must be brought under control. Otherwise, the Mysore Empire would again further disintegrate. So that's the reason why he controlled all those polygons as well. Next is he tried to control Malabar and he wanted to access it as he wanted to access Indian Ocean. Now here, look at this last slide here, previous slide. If you could see this area, this Malabar earlier was not the part of the empire. Getting this?
Hmm.
Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So this was not the part of the empire earlier, but Hyder Ali captured it. He captured it. Yeah? Because he wanted the complete access to Indian Ocean because if there is an access, he would grow the trade. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So let us move further ahead. So he introduced Mughal administration and revenue system in his dominion because earlier it was on the lines of the Vijayanagar Empire, but now he started using the Mughal administration. So he was religiously tolerant because he had people from almost all the religions in his court. So first Diwan and many other officials were Hindus. Right, so he was always engaged in wars with Marathas or Nizams or British, right? तो ये हमेशा जो है वॉर्स में ही रहते थे अब निजाम के साथ क्यों है निजाम ऑफ हैदराबाद is sharing the boundaries with the Mysore Empire, right? So he was in touch with the Nizam as well. Clear? So as
Yes,
I've
sir.
already told you, in the first Anglo-Mysore War, he defeated British and even reached the walls of Madras. Madras was one of the main centers of British people to station their military. So British people were stationing their military in Madras, the major military in Madras, and their navy was located at Fulta port. Okay, Fulta. It's in the Bay of Bengal, near to the near Bengal. तो फुल्टा में उन्होंने अपनी नेवी रखी थी जैसे मैंने आपको लास्ट अपने ऑफलाइन लेक्चर्स में भी बताया था ऑल्टरनेट wars याद रखने हैं. There were four Anglo-Mysore wars. On the even numbers, the ruler would die. Yes. So in the first
Yes, sir.
Mysore war, he did not die. He died on the second Anglo-Mysore war, whereas Tipu Sultan died on in the fourth Anglo-Mysore, right? Second and fourth. So even numbers याद रखने हैं Anglo-Mysore war के केस में. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So So these are the images that you would find there when you visit Mysore Palace. The next to rule after Hyder Ali, after the death of his father, was Tipu Sultan. He was a kind of a contrary personality in terms of education. So as I told you, his father was not educated, but still he was smart. Tipu Sultan was educated, yet definitely he is smart, right? So He was an innovator. He developed new calendar, system of coinage, new scales and the measurements. He read a lot of literature, so religion, history, military, science, medicine, mathematics, and French. Now this is the time when the French Revolution is going on. Getting this? So he was a
Yes.
part of
Yes, sir.
Jacobean Club.
Yes, sir.
Jacobean Club. Which part? Which club?
Jacolian.
Jacobian Club.
Korean.
So I'll just show you. Okay.
Sure, Korean.
So Jacobian Club का काम क्या था? People and the leaders of the world would arrive together and discuss about how revolution in France can be brought about and how there can be the liberation from this old thinking of church domination. Clear? So
Yes, sir.
France में कैसा था? Nobody was allowed to question the church. Clear? Nobody was allowed to question the
Church.
church. Right. So what happened because of this? There were some other people who rose to power who said that we can definitely question church, and those people were even set on fire, were killed. Right, because church never wanted to lose their authority over the people.
Correct.
But some of the new people like Napoleon Bonaparte and these guys, by making the Jacobin Club, they contributed in French Revolution to bring it out of the controls of the church control, right? Next is he was very harsh on anyone who aided British because his father was killed by them. So he planted the tree of liberty at Srirangapatnam. This is a question of preliminary examination. You can definitely know. He joined the Covid Club and he tried abolishing the Jagirdari and increase the state income. Why? Because Jagirdari brought the Jagirdars in between, and whatever taxes Jagirdars were collecting, they were not giving total amount to the ruler. So they were keeping some amount with them. So that was a leakage of the tax collection. So he removed the Jagidari system and he started collecting the taxes through his officials, right? So he reduced hereditary possession of the polygars. So earlier the polygars who posted by the previous rulers, they started following this position of a polygar as hereditary position. So he said that this position cannot be hereditary. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what he did, he reduced intermediaries between state and the cultivators. I had already informed you about it because what cultivators used to do is they used to pay a mediator, and that mediator would keep a huge amount of money and keep and give only a few amount of money to the state, because of which the state was losing on its revenue. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so every single
Yes, sir.
thing important there. The tax collected was also very high as 33%. I told you almost all the rulers collected somewhere around 30, 35, 33% of the taxation. The tax system is not new to our country. It's kind of an organized loot, you can say. It's kind of an organized loot which is there in terms of giving benefits to the people, in the name of giving the benefits to the people. So it's kind of an organized loot. But what he did, he checked the illegal cesses. There were other people in between. बोलते थे जाके कि भाई ये हम दूसरे ऑफिसर है, हमको टैक्स कलेक्ट करना है, हमको राजा ने भेजा है, और फिर वो एडिशनल और कुछ टैक्सेस कलेक्ट करके आते थे. तो ये सब इलीगल एक्टिविटीज को इन्होंने कंट्रोल किया. वो लिबरल भी थे, मतलब इफ यू टॉक अबाउट टीपू सुल्तान इतना लिबरल था कि भाई अगर मान के चलो कोई उस कंडीशन में नहीं है कि टैक्स पे कर सके, तो वो उसको लिबरेशन भी दे देते थे, उसको रेमिशन भी दे देते थे. Right, so that was the kind of a thinking he had and the personality that he was. Right, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
अभी देखो
Yes.
मॉडर्न ग्राउंड्स पे मिलिट्री आर्टिलरी ये सब बनाना इनके फादर से इन्होंने सीखा, एंड इस वजह से यही चीज जो है वो आगे एक्सटेंड भी करेंगे. So what he did, he started manufacturing muskets and bayonets. Now what do you understand by muskets and bayonets? What are muskets?
Yes.
What are muskets? Have you seen a single-handed rifle like this, which is having a long
Yes, yes.
and a short handle? Have you seen that?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Has
Yes, sir.
it has two pipes. It may have one also. This is called as a musket, right? Whereas, what do you understand by a bayonet? Now, every rifle, such kind of rifles, was given a knife here. पता है आपको नाइफ होती थी ऊपर में? Have you seen that?
No.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Would have seen that. Now this, let's say this is a rifle. So there was a knife tied here. पुराने टाइम पे जो है ना एक नाइफ रहती थी यहाँ पर रखी हुई, अगर मान के चलिए गोलियां खत्म हो गई या ऐसा कुछ हुआ तो क्या होगा कि ये नाइफ से ये लोग वॉर कर सकते थे. Getting this? So these are the bayonets.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. So he tried building modern navy as well. He was recklessly brave and brilliant commander he was, and personal life, mein, he was free from all the vices and luxuries. You would have noticed that almost all the later Mughals were very, very involved in their vices and luxuries, right? And that's the reason why
Hmm.
their empire declined. Yes or no? We have seen one of the biggest
Right.
Yes, sir.
examples of Muhammad Shah Rangila. Yes, मोहम्मद
Rangi.
फरंगी का हम लोगों
Hmm.
ने एग्जांपल देखा था कि वो इसलिए डिक्लाइन हो गया कि भाई he was called as merry maker, he was having the other vices, he used to enjoy luxuries. तो ये सब चीजें एंजॉय करते में रूलर जो है अपना एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और काम भूल जाए तो कहीं ना कहीं प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. Now the statement given by this guy is very very famous, had become very famous. It's better to live a day as a lion than a lifetime as a sheep. एक ही दिन जियो लायन की तरह जियो, लाइफ टाइम शिप की तरह जीने से बेटर है. Yes.
Hmm.
So he was a great
Yes.
statesman. As
Yes.
I've already told you, he recognized all the forces which are working in tandem with the British and identified them and tried to finish them. English considered him as the most dangerous man because they killed his father, and that's the reason why he was not liking them. So when British occupied Mysore in 1799, after they killed Tipu Sultan in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, what they found was that Mysore was the most successful state, amongst the most successful states in India at that time. Getting this? So what the British found out was they were shocked to see that the state was doing exceptionally well. Now I tell you, somewhere or the other, the revenue generated by the state is also is also contributing in having a very strong military. Yes or no? If revenue is
Correct.
generated properly, the military
Yes.
would be paid on time, the people would be trained on time, the people in the military would be motivated to fight for the nation. Stuff like that would definitely happen, and that's the reason why the military was very, very strong in Mysore Empire. So that's why they considered him as a very dangerous person. Now he sent his officers to the different countries. फ्रांस से तो उनका रिलेशनशिप अच्छा था ही, मैंने आप लोगों को बताया. लेकिन बाकी जगहों पर भी इन्होंने क्या किया, अपने लोगों को भेजा, जैसे म्यांमार, ऐसी काफी जगहों पे उन्होंने भेजा और रिलेशनशिप जो है अच्छे से एस्टैब्लिश किया, राइट. There were certain negative features as well because as he was a fast achiever, he was very hasty in taking decisions. He was very hasty in taking decisions and he was unstable as well. Let's say if you take a decision in haste and you don't wait for the outcomes to come, and you again change the decision, and then again you don't wait for the outcomes to come, there would be no outcome at the end, right?
Right.
Right. So
Yes,
that
sir.
was kind of a negative feature that he was having, but overall,
Unstable.
so overall speaking, he was uh, good emperor, but almost all the emperors had certain negative features, right? So none of the emperors you can claim that they are not having any negative features. Am I clear?
Hmm.
Okay, so
Yes.
the next state that we need to discuss is the state of Kerala. Okay, state of Kerala was comprising of the four sub-states, that is Calicut, Cochin, Chirakkal, and Travancore. Out of which Travancore is the most powerful and was amongst the biggest and the most powerful and the most prosperous. Right? Why? Because of this guy. The image that you see on the right hand side, this image is of मार्तंड वर्मा, ठीक है। इमेज किसकी है ये?
मार्तंड
मार्तंड वर्मा, राइट?
वर्मा.
मार्तंड
Yes.
वर्मा, क्लियर? सो क्या हुआ कि feudal society in a military hierarchy in which a ruler or the lord offers mounted fighters of fief a unit of land to control in exchange for the military service. So what happened? Beginning of 18th century, there were a lot of feudal lords, and he was one of the feudal lords. feudal lords मतलब क्या? कि भाई पुराने राजा ने, इन्होंने कोई सर्विस दी होगी राजा को, तो राजा क्या बोलता है कि भाई मेरी एक जमीन का एक टुकड़ा मैं आपको देता हूँ, आप उसके ऊपर राज करो और वहां पर कलेक्शन करना रेवेन्यू का। समझ में आया?
Right.
So
Yes.
that is called as a feudal lord, a feudal society. So kind of feudal lords rose up, and he was one amongst the feudal lords, right? Guys, अभी 40